Hi doctor, I have this ClinCheck just about ready for you to approve. So we are closing some of these small spaces that are starting off within the premolars, and then also correcting the anterior deep bite, which is a little bit of a anterior interference and a big part, I think, of why we're not getting the best molar contact. So to solve the anterior interference, we need to intrude the lower anterior teeth, but also because we have a big Bolton discrepancy, some lower IPR is really unavoidable. So the IPR should be easier, relatively easy to execute because these teeth are already somewhat triangular, so we'll create a longer contact point for them. And the intrusion is going to be most predictable when we have at least one, if not two, attachments with a long horizontal undercut so that the aligner can clip in and engage really nicely. So that's the plan for the lower anterior. And then looking at the uppers, we really want to shy away from molar movements, mesiodistal in general. I never want to move a first molar distal to try to meet a second molar. That clinically is just not a very feasible movement. But if we can hold this first molar, using the back of the tray of the aligner, can get a grip on this second molar, or third actually in this case, and then bring that to the mesial slightly. And then the other molar and premolar can retract back relatively easily as well. I did add vertical attachments. These are not really to help with distal movement. It's to help this especially this second molar mesial cusp not tip forward and create a different form of a posterior open bite. The other thing that I added is some IPR here, but because we want to make sure that these have a tight contact, this is essentially going to be called fake IPR. So this is IPR that's planned on the ClinCheck, but you're not going to clinically do, as opposed to the bigger IPR numbers that you see on the lower arch. I get this by doing this with the 3D controls, where I go here to IPR, it's a little sneaky, and allow non-recommended IPR values. That's what will let you do 0.1 or beyond 0.5. So the rest of the ClinCheck is fairly straightforward for a deep bite case. And the last thing I'm going to do is just make sure that this attachment is changed to this attachment. This root control attachment is not going to work very well to help support the upper incisor intrusion that's happening here. Thanks so much.